order, and welcome to another episode of 30, Dirty and Dying. My name is Rhiannon McCall.
And my name is Annabel Keane.
And Annabel, how's your coffee?
Coffee's really good. I do feel like maybe I didn't need it. I have had a coffee already this morning.
It feels so good, doesn't
It
it?
feels so good. I love, it's a fun high. The high of a coffee.
It is a fun high. I quit coffee for a while, and
Same, I've done that.
Yeah, and when you don't have it, it's all right. Like you can survive, but when you have that first,
You can survive.
You can survive. But when you have that first coffee again, you're like, oh, it actually does make a huge difference to my happiness.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
any drug.
yes,
You know, it feels good.
feels good.
But I do think, I know that my mum and my sister have both stopped drinking coffee because of, I think, high blood pressure.
Oh,
So
wow.
I do, it's been on my to-do list is to book a doctor's appointment to like see what my blood pressure is like and see if I need to get off the coffee. But I haven't done that.
Okay,
It's just been on the to-do list for like months,
it's giving ADHD.
isn't it? Isn't it just?
It is.
Love
It
a
is.
to-do list though.
Love a to-do list. Makes you feel like you've accomplished something. Just making one.
Mm-hmm.
I have one that never ends.
That's awful.
Do you want to see what's on there?
On your to-do list? Yeah, please.
It truly.
This is your hard launch of your to-do list.
Yeah.
What, do you have an app?
My notes app.
Okay.
So it's a combined to-do and shopping list, and I'm just constantly always adding to it and taking away, but it's always there.
So you never feel a sense of achievement, like you've finished your to-do list?
No, because I'm constantly going. Here we go.
All right. Okay, so at the top we've got the grocery shopping. Gentle fibre. What do you mean by that?
That's like a mixture of
Oh,
like
you
psyllium
got-
husk and linseeds from Countdown.
for your
For my
bowel
bowels.
movements.
Yeah.
That's nice. I've started eating a lot of chia seeds.
Oh, nice.
I think that's good for your bowel movements.
It is. Good for your gut.
Vanilla, soy milk, and I see you've written Connor, coffee and chocolate.
Yes.
Was that for as a gift?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
Connor,
alert,
if you're listening to this, that is what you're getting for your birthday. To do, send self-tape. You got to email Jimbo?
Oh, yeah, that's my friend Jimbo in Melbourne. I need to send him an email.
When's the Melbourne Comedy Fest? Are you going to enter?
Yeah, I'm trying to work it out. It's in March. I would love to go and do a show there.
Yeah? What
But-
kind of a show, though? Because I thought you didn't want to do any more stand-up.
Interesting you bring that up, Annabelle.
Is this going to be you announcing your retirement from stand-up this episode?
It's not a retirement. I don't want to say
A
retirement
hiatus?
because inevitably I will get FOMO and start doing it again, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
But it's a little hiatus. It's a little break.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think ties in quite nicely to this week's The Big Q, which
Yes.
is selling out.
Question mark? Selling out.
Selling out?
Selling out? Yeah.
Selling out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it bad? Is it bad?
I think it's not black and white, and it's also just a product of the capitalist society that we live in.
Whoa, why you gotta bring up capitalism? No, I agree.
It's everything.
Yeah.
It's like the format that we're in.
Yeah.
It's like you can't, you'd have to reformat the hard drive entirely and start from scratch. We
Yes.
can't escape it. And I think that selling out, I don't know, I think it's a privilege to not sell out.
Totally. And I think that not selling out is tolerated throughout your 20s because you can be trying things, you can be trying to make it,
Yeah.
giving things a go, quitting, starting new things, and people are like, oh yeah, they're young. But I think if you're still doing it in your 30s, people are a little bit like, come on, when are you
Yeah.
going to get serious?
Yeah, and I wonder if that is due to a couple of things. One, it's probably more predominant for people who want to have babies because you have to do that. You have to be thinking about that in your 30s. And the other one is that, I don't know, that all these things and expectations have been established probably when people didn't live as long. Is that?
Oh my God, yeah.
Because also in your
Yes.
30s, it's like, well, you might get pneumonia in the next 10 years and can't kit.
Yeah, true.
Maybe.
Yeah. That seems to make sense.
Well, I don't know.
Annabelle, I think that you are the queen of not selling out because you are following your dreams. You have your own production company with Callum.
Thanks,
and
babe.
you guys are just constantly making things, trying things. And you guys haven't sold out. You're not working for the man.
I think that, I mean, we would absolutely sell out if we had the opportunity. I mean, within reason. I don't know. Like if we got asked to make an ad or something for whatever, some big corporation, then
A bank, an insurance company.
I don't know. Like, how would you say no to that much money? It's like, but
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
we're also like the kind of content that we make is maybe a little too weird for a corporate ad. It's too, maybe we can't sell out because we're too strange in the stuff we make. But I also, I think that we're very lucky that we can be doing work, like being choosy with what we do and not selling out. Because at the end of the day, and this is something Callum and I, my partner, talk about, is for us, our worst case scenario, like our ultimate failure would be moving back to Christchurch and living at home. Like, that's not that bad.
No.
Whereas for a lot of people, the risk of not making money is that you would literally be living on the street and not have food, you know?
Yeah.
And we're like, that's never going to happen to us. It's
Pursuing
like,
your dreams is a huge privilege.
Yeah, absolutely. When people talk about like, do a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. It's like, well, there's still all these jobs that have to be done that suck.
Yes.
Someone's got to do them.
Yeah, someone's got to do them. Yeah, I think so many comedians come from really rich families, and you're like, well, that's how you've afforded to pursue this.
Yeah.
I'm probably one of those people. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
like
same. It's like I wouldn't say that my family's like rich, but we're not we've not experienced poverty.
No. And I have friends who are supporting themselves, but also supporting their parents.
Yeah.
And it's we're very, very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think that you're a sellout?
I don't think I'm.
Because if you think I'm not.
Yeah. I don't think I'm a sellout. I think I don't know. I'm in a very wacky place at the moment in terms of like what I want to do with my life and what I want my future to look like. I just don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm very lucky at the moment to have a job, working 3 days a week at 7 sharp, and I genuinely love that job.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit selling out because it's like lovely and easy, but
you're still working in media and still getting,
But I think one big change that I've made recently is, like I said, I don't think I'm going to do stand-up comedy anymore.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. I might do it again, but the thing is...
But you're going on a break.
I'm going on a break, and the reason for that is that stand-up is so hard. It is so... When people are like, oh, it must be so hard to get up there and I could never get up there. That's not the hardest bit. The hardest bit of stand-up is not getting up there and saying stuff and people potentially not laughing. The hardest bit is the consistent grind. Like, you have to be gigging 2 times a week.
Yeah.
You have to go into a bar where there's like maybe 10 people there who don't want to listen to you. They just want to get their fucking wedges. And you need to be tenacious and eat shit all the time. I was eating shit breakfast, lunch and dinner doing stand-up.
No wedges for you.
No wedges for me.
Just shit.
And I just don't think, and I think the people who are great stand-up comedians are able to eat shit because they love it. And those moments when
They're like, yum, 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 yum. Delicious shit.
Yeah. Well, they love it when it's good. And I just don't love it enough to keep trying.
I think that, you have to, in any creative pursuit, part of the process is failing, trying things out and failing. But it's like, it's not like you can't do that.
Yeah.
You're ready to do some failing, you know.
Yes,
you do
yes.
improv and also acting,
Yes.
which is so hard.
Oh my God, I'm rejected constantly.
Yeah.
I'm auditioning pretty regularly, and
But you don't mind that shit.
I don't mind it.
You will take more of that shit.
I will.
It's a different flavor.
It's a different flavor that, yeah, it's more tolerable. And what I get and what I get at the end, to me, is better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that's it. I mean, like, I know that you love acting and you love improv, so why not just focus on those things?
Thanks. And I also love filmmaking, and I also really love comedy. Still, my favorite thing in the world is to have a laugh and make people laugh.
I love to laugh too.
We all love laughing.
Yeah.
I love comedy. but
Personally, yeah.
yeah.
Personally, I love to laugh.
I don't know. This is going to sound crazy. I like laughing.
Yeah. I'm weird.
Yeah. Okay, so you reckon that you would sell out if you had the opportunity?
Within, yeah, I think so. As long as I think that if we were offered a McDonald's ad, I would say no.
And why would that be?
Because I think they're too evil.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, and also even with like a bank ad, I think it would depend on the bank. And it would be dependent on I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it would be like if that money was in front of me.
Okay. McDonald's approaches you. They want you to make an ad.
Ronald McDonald?
Ronald McDonald himself. He
on the
walks
phone?
up.
No,
No,
in person?
No, he knocks on your door. He trips over his
At
red
home or
shoes.
here?
In your office, yeah.
Okay.
He's not being weird about it. Hi, Annabelle. What's his voice?
I think you've got it right.
Well, hiya, Annabelle.
I think you're too close to the mic.
Hiya.
Split the diff.
Hiya, Annabelle. I want you to make an ad from my Big Macs. And he says the ad is 15 seconds long. It's for television. You're collaborating with McDonald's on what the content of the ad will be. How much do they need to pay you? Or is there genuinely not a number that you would do it for?
Okay, so you're Ronald, and I say, okay, 15-second ad?
Yep. And they're going to clip it down for social media. But yeah,
And it's for Big Macs.
it's for McDonald's.
God, okay. Give me a number.
We'll pay you. And
I miss you being Ronald.
Well, we're going to crew the ad for you. We need you to do all the creative part of it and the shooting. And we will pay you.
Ronald, please sit down, please.
Oh, thank you. Do I have to take my big red shoes off?
Oh, no, that's fine. With shoes are fine in
fantastic.
here, yeah.
Thank you. I'll pay you $50,000.
And it's just a one-off cost? Do we get, if you keep using the ad next year?
Yeah, it runs for 6 months. And if it rolls over, we'll pay you $50 again.
I want more money. I would like $100,000, please.
Deal. Thank you for endorsing.
Haunted left-handed handshake.
Okay, so yeah, like $100K you would do it.
And then never again. Oh no, I feel terrible. I take it back.
But you know, that's the thing about selling out, is that people sell out because they're offered money, and we live in a capitalist society.
Yeah, man, we live in a society, man. And
Totally. So $100K?
Far out. Yeah, it's so hard.
It is hard.
God. I think, how about I say yes, I donate all the money.
I mean, if you want.
Yeah, because then I would get because you'd still get a lot of, I'd get more work from having done the ad, and then I can be pickier.
Yes.
That's my foot in the door. So it's a little like sellout with a twist. And then I donate the money to a really worthy cause.
What's the cause?
Honestly, I think because of the reason I would want to boycott McDonald's, and the reason I haven't eaten any McDonald's in over a year, is because of their support of Israel with the Palestinian genocide. It's a fucking genocide. And I would then donate my money back to supporting Palestinians who are being fucking killed, and then using that, I guess, social capital, I can then bounce off that. Oh God, it's a hard choice.
But that's selling out.
It is.
You're right. It's easy to be not a sellout when no one offers you the opportunity to sell out.
Yeah, haven't had the chance.
I've had sellout offers in the past. Like, I've auditioned for ads for all different types of companies, all different types of brands. Never once have I been on my high horse and refused.
Yeah. No,
I've auditioned. This was, to be fair, it was pre my knowledge of what was happening in Palestine, but I've auditioned for McDonald's ads, like gambling, TAB.
Oh, of course.
Like, yeah.
Because it's hard work. Because it's hard to make a living.
Yeah.
As anyone who works in the arts.
Yeah.
In any capacity. What do you think is the most sellout job you've done?
Oh, I've done a lot. The most sellout...
You can be not too specific if you have to be not specific. Or we can bleep out. We can bleep it out.
I guess ads. Yeah, I've done a few ads. I did an advertising job, a little ad where I was wearing a strapless top and I had to whip something out of my pocket. And so the move that I was doing was going around to the left and whipping it out like this. And
you're wearing a boob tube.
I'm wearing a boob tube, which I was totally comfortable with, all good. And I was whipping it out like the director. So when you shoot an ad, you have the film crew that's there. Yeah. Like, you got your camera, your lights, your director, all good. And then a little bit further away, you have a video village of advertising people and the client. So whatever the product is, they've got like 10 of their people there. Yeah. The advertising people, there's the art director, there's a copywriter, like they're all there.
That's so stressful.
And they've got like 3 or 4 screens that they're looking at of what's being filmed. And so I was like whipping out and he was like, great, do it again. The director goes, whip it out faster. So I went, whip it out. And he's like, okay, cool. Now when you take the thing out of your pocket, like I want you to really lean over more and whip it out. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And I was like whipping out and I could see over in the distance the ad people being like whispering to each other. And I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing wrong? And I said to him, I was like, what, why am I doing this? Like, what am I not getting? Yeah. And I saw people, and I saw the costume lady kind of whispering, and I was like, do I have a back fat roll? And she was like, yeah.
And that was the problem?
That was the problem. Was the angle I was leaning over and whipping this thing out. The fat here, the fat that goes over your bra, was like rolling.
Yeah.
So they were like trying to find an angle, and I was like, that was probably a moment where I was like, it was funny. And actually the crew were all so lovely and so nice, and we were all laughing together. So it wasn't a moment where I felt like I was being bullied or anything like that. Like, it was actually more funny than anything else. But that was a moment where I was like, I feel like a meat puppet, and what am I?
A meat puppet.
I felt like a meat puppet. A meat puppet with too much back fat. But we got there in the end.
The way I saw that going, I thought that they were trying to get more cleavage out of you.
Oh, no.
Which would have been a different story.
Yes. Sorry, we can clip that. I feel like I rambled there.
Not at all. Okay. That was a very interesting story.
Thank you.
That's eye-opening. Because it's, oh, God, that's wild. Because I can also see how it would be there'd be like, well, it's for your own benefit and it's also for the video, like for the result, right?
Yeah.
But it's weird.
Yeah.
But that's just an example of things not being realistic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so I felt like a sellout then. I think selling out is okay if you're working with nice people.
Yeah.
Like the people that I work with on the various projects I work on are all so nice. I'm really lucky, and so I don't mind.
Yeah. And I think also it depends on how you then, it's like, sure, you do this job but you kind of, you can, I don't know, bargain with yourself with the fact that you your life as a good person, and it's to do with the actual actions you take to the people that you live around in your community, and you're like, and the way you contribute to society in other ways, right?
You're so right, because selling out is about what you do for your work and for your money.
Yeah,
And
we're so you and I are nowhere near being able to like choose what jobs we do. You know,
Yeah.
it's not. We're not there.
No. But I'd way rather be a sellout in my work than a sellout in my relationships. You know?
Yeah.
Or a sellout in the way I conduct myself in the world. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to do it. You just have to feel okay with yourself
Totally.
and just feel, sure in what you're actually doing.
So Annabelle, I'm taking a break / doing a soft quitting. Might do it up again of stand up. What have you quit in the past? What have you given up on?
I love to quit.
Do you?
Yeah, I've quit heaps of stuff. What have I quit? I mean, my earliest quit was when I quit ballet.
How
as a
old
kid.
were you?
I think I was like 8. And I quit. I remember saying to my parents that I didn't want to do it anymore because it was hurting. It hurts me. Yeah, I was like, I don't understand why I keep doing this. Yeah, physically hurting me. And then there's some stuff that I wish I hadn't quit, but mostly I'm like happy I have. I think I quit also then another dancing thing. I then did like hip hop dancing, and I was doing competition hip hop dancing when I was about 14, and I do wish I'd pursued that a little longer. And then I quit my first, when I went and studied design. I went to design college or university and dropped out at the end of the first year. That was a big quit.
Yeah. Do you regret it?
No, I don't regret it. I think I could have approached it differently. I do think, I don't know, I don't really have, it's hard. I don't like to do regrets because I like where my life is now.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, it's like the butterfly effect. What if one thing that I'd done differently that was maybe a dumb idea at the time, what if I hadn't done that thing? And then what if I was somewhere else right now with different people in a different place? And that scares me.
True. That's cool. I love that. I love all your quitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I've quit jobs. I quit a job because I was actually, this is probably the coolest non-sellout thing I've ever done. Is I was working for a production company that was working with Jordan Peterson.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And then I said to my boss, I was just like, I don't think we should be working with Jordan Peterson in any way. And they were like, well, different opinions, seems fine, whatever. Like they hadn't really done their research, and so I quit. I was like, I can't work for a place that supports him.
Left hand handshake.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. Rock and roll. That's
and it was
awesome.
good. And I remember I was at the office. I had decided, I was like, I'm going to quit. I talked to my boss and I said, I'm sorry. I got to go. I can't. I just couldn't sleep at night. And then I used the work printer to print my CV, and I walked along Karangahape Road, and I walked around the city and handed my CV in to all of my favourite restaurants.
And then, is that when you started working at Coco's Cantina?
It is.
That's awesome, Annabelle.
Yeah.
Do you know you are a sell-in?
You
are a sell-in.
I'm selling.
That is the most anti-sellout, anti-capitalist, anti-misogyny, and that's cool.
Thank you.
You're so cool.
Thanks, Ray.
I don't know if I would have the guts to do that.
Yeah?
It's really impressive.
It is something that I really struggled with when I was pursuing journalism, was that you couldn't publicly have an opinion on stuff.
Yeah, I struggle with that too.
Boy, do I have opinions. And it's something, I remember having this conversation with one of my friends and classmates and a fellow journalist about my political beliefs. And it was like, I honestly, I think her and I had never heard the other one's opinion before. And it was very eye-opening, is that she said to me, but I know that you're like she was like, you're you're going to vote for the Green Party or you're going to vote for Te Pāti Māori and you're very progressive, very liberal. But, you know that, like, it's just people's perspectives, right? And there's just different opinions about what's right. And I looked at her and I said, no, I believe in a truth and that there is the right thing to do. And I think that it is subjectively or objectively? What's that? Subjectively? No. Objectively the right thing to do to be more progressive and be more liberal and to, yeah. And she was like, what? It's like, no, but there's like perspectives and people's different. I was like, no, but I think there's a truth. Like and it was this moment where she was like, what? Yeah. And I was like, I don't just think that, I think that there is people, sure, some people vote differently from what I do because of their like truly different perspective, but I also think that a lot of people vote vote conservatively out of greed and selfishness.
Yes.
And I'm, like that's true. Yeah. And it was eye-opening for both of us to be like, what? That's your reality?
Yeah. True.
Yeah, true. Can you ask me how I've been since we did the last podcast?
Yeah. So how have you been since we last did our podcast?
Rhiannon, might not be able to tell from the outside, but on the inside, I'm a brand new woman.
Why?
So I started a new thing. I've started a couple new things for all of 2 weeks. And that is that I have started going to the gym.
Cool.
I'm going to the gym like 3 times a week. That's huge. The other thing is we've started, me and my boyfriend have started doing no screens in bed. No screens in bed before bedtime. I have read 2 books.
Amazing.
I read probably on average since high school a book a year, maybe. Yeah. And I have read 2 books in 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
Novels. I can't believe it.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What an amazing thing.
I know. It's like, because I'm not on my phone in bed, I'm like, well, what am I going to do? Just lie here with my thoughts?
Yeah.
God, no. I'll read this book. And then the book doesn't put me to sleep like how my crossword app on my phone does. So I just keep reading. Mm-hmm. And I can't believe I've done this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What an amazing discovery. Like, and how
Life
cool.
hack.
Life hack.
So life hack. It's hard though.
Yeah.
I love my phone.
Yeah.
And I miss my phone.
Oh, I love my phone.
Love
my phone.
Yeah.
I just downloaded TikTok again. Oh my God, so funny.
Delicious. So
Love
funny.
looking at the videos.
Feels good in the moment.
Feels
Instant
good.
gratification.
Yes.
Delicious.
Pardon.
That you? Go to the loo.
Too many Lindsays.
Too many Lindsay.
Too many cheers.
It's just coming through too fast.
Too many cheers. That's awesome, Annabel.
Yeah, I had
Good
to get
on
that
you.
out there. And I'm not even 30 yet.
I know. It's
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
Then
I know.
then your life will turn back to shit again.
You reckon? Back on my phone.
I don't reckon. Which gym are you going to?
Jet's 24-hour fitness just around the corner.
Nice. I really want you to come back to Body Jam with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would love to.
You
Should we
get one
book it
more
in?
free one. Yeah, let's book it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to do, is that because there's Body Jam and then there's the hip hop, right?
Yeah, you want to do the hip hop, eh?
No, I don't mind, but I would
Okay.
love to see Gandalf again.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to wait for Gandalf.
Gandalf is the real name of a person who runs exercise classes.
I love him. I love him. He is my Roman Empire.
Yeah?
I think about Gandalf all the time.
Have you ever talked to him?
No.
If I come after the class, we can go off and introduce ourselves.
No, I don't. They say never meet your heroes.
Oh, yeah, I feel that.
I did probably like a good 7-minute chunk of my comedy show about Gandalf.
Really?
Yeah, and some people from the gym came and saw it and they all laughed, but we all
Because they
love
get
him.
it.
They get it.
They get it.
It's amazing.
And so you think it would be bad to talk to him? Yeah. I feel you, but I mean, you meet celebrities all the time.
Not like this. Not like this.
I understand. I had this with Christchurch children's performer Elgregoe, the magician.
It better work.
It better work. I was in a supermarket in Christchurch and saw him, and I had to leave the supermarket.
Which supermarket?
Hallswell. Hallswell.
Hallswell.
Hallswell, New World. I was with my friend Tom, and I don't know who of us saw him first, but there was like Elgregoe was here, and I was trying to be a normal person in the supermarket and grab the things that we wanted, and I was shaking, I was welling up, I was panicking every time we went down a new aisle because I thought, is he down here?
Oh my God.
And what will I do if he looks at me? Melt into a puddle maybe.
How old were you when this happened?
22.
Oh my God. Did you have a crush on Elgregoe?
No. It was not like that.
Well, ins and outs for selling out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go first. I'll go first.
Yep.
If you acknowledging the privilege of being able to pursue your dreams.
Yeah, in transparency. You know?
In realizing that work isn't everything, and even if you sell out in your work, you don't have to sell out in your life.
Out. Judging other people.
Yes.
Selling out.
Yes.
You know? You don't know their story.
Exactly.
You don't know how much they need that money.
Exactly. Out. Judging yourself. If you gotta make the money, you gotta take the money, you gotta do it.
Out. Left-handed handshakes. I've hated every time. We've done it 3 times.
Okay, out. You saying that left-handed handshakes are out because I actually have loved it.
No. I will not. I've been doing it out of politeness, and now I've expressed my disgust.
Okay.
And you've gone in for another one.
No, that's okay.
In respecting your friends' boundaries.
In respecting your friend's need for a left-handed handshake.
It's bullshit, man.